Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley, and today we are here to discuss The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 12, Episode 8. And y'all, you guys already know what I'm gonna say. My blood was boiling at that last scene. Diana is the absolute worst addition to this franchise. It's a sad day when I'm sitting here saying I would rather see Brandi Glanville, Teddi Mellencamp, and a few other people that I didn't care for back in the day back on this show, because that's how much I dislike Diana. I am praying that Garcelle and Sutton and Andy eat her up at this here reunion. I mean, she is just out of order. And Sutton, I wouldn't even have engaged with Diana when I saw what she was trying to do. I would have given her my behind to kiss and walked off and enjoyed the rest of Garcelle's party. But let me not jump ahead. Let's just jump right on into this recap because we don't have a minute to spare. So the way this episode started off, I got my entire life because Sheree Zampino has finally made her debut.
Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Now, I just want to ask production a question, because how did you see Sheree in all that beauty and all that personality and decide on making her a friend of? Sheree deserved to have a diamond for this season, not Diana. So anyhow, Garcelle and Sheree are hanging out at the park, just walking and talking, catching up like good girlfriends do, and they're discussing Sheree's birthday that just passed. She celebrated her birthday in London, and she says that her baby daddy came, and we all know who her baby daddy is, honey. She was married to Will Smith, and we know that they're still good friends. They co-parent their son Trey together. And her and Jada are actually good friends too. So anyhow, Garcelle goes on to say that Sheree and Will's co-parenting situation has really inspired her to make things right between her and her ex-husband. Now, we all know the drama that went down there. Garcelle caught her ex-husband cheating on her, and she lit his behind up. He was a Hollywood agent at the time, and she sent a mass email to his agency, to the newspapers, blasting him about him having an affair. Now, see, I've told you guys many times before that I hold a grudge. So you cheat on me, we're never speaking again. I admire people who are able to still be cordial to folks who've done them wrong, because I can't do it. If it's a grudge, I'ma hold it.
Thank you. And you're gonna always get it again and again and again.
This scene was a lot of fun to watch. You can tell that Garcelle and Sheree are actual friends. It radiates off the screen, like just so much fun. And I loved finding out that Garcelle had actually dated Will Smith for a while right after he got divorced. But she was like, it's all good because I didn't know Sheree at the time, so, Will was fair game. Now, since we're on the topic of Will Smith, I'm curious to find out if we're going to see the whole Oscar night being filmed, because I heard that Sheree was with all the women. They were all having an Oscar party together, and when it happened, they said that, she kind of ran out the room. So I want to know, are we going to see that later on in this season? Are we going to get like an additional episode? Because that's going to be very interesting to watch. And we already know that Andy is going to have Sheree at this reunion, and he's going to ask her about it. And if we're being honest, I still can't believe that that night happened. Like, I'm still in shock that he did that. But again, let me not get off topic, okay? Because we've already beat that horse to death. And for everybody who watched Hollywood Exes, you remember when Sheree was on that. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think that Sheree is more fun on Beverly Hills than she was on Hollywood Exes. But I suspect it's because when she was on Hollywood Exes, she was remarried to that pastor. So she had that first lady image that she had to uphold, so she couldn't get that crazy. But I think that since they're divorced now, she can really just, let loose and be her true self. But welcome to the show, Sheree. I am so glad to see you. And Lord willing, you will have a diamond for season 13 because you're it. Like, you are what the show needs. Now, this next scene with Crystal was boring. I was like, bravo, y'all should have kept this on the editing floor. We didn't need it. And Crystal, I will say, I was rolling my eyes during this scene when your husband asked you how the trip was. And when you said it was challenging, I said, tell him why it was so challenging. Because you're up here lying, throwing out microaggressions, telling Garcelle, well, I understand that you don't know big words. So tell him that. You're sitting up here running at the mouth, lying on folks, throwing out accusations. Tell him that. That's the real reason why it was challenging, because the ladies got in your ass and you couldn't take it. But that scene was boring, so let's just jump right on to the next one with Kyle at home with her husband Mauricio and her daughter Alexia. Kyle is discussing Garcelle's birthday party, and she lets Mauricio know that all the husbands are invited. And so Mauricio says, oh, sounds good. Like, I love Garcelle, so sounds like fun. So now Mauricio asks if all the ladies are going, and Kyle says, well, Rinna's in New York for Harry Hamlin's play, and Diana sent us this really weird text. So Kyle says that they're all in this group text together, and Diana sent out this really nasty, cryptic text at that, and it's talking about how she shouldn't have gone to Mexico because it was too much on her body, and the doctor has put her on bed rest for the next, 6 to 8 weeks. And then she ends the text by addressing Garcelle and calling Garcelle out, saying, I wanted to tell you guys this in the text message because I don't want Garcelle to think that I'm rude. Now, let me just say this. I'm a big believer in text message etiquette. If you have something to say to me, do not send it via text. Pick up your phone, dial my number, and call me. You want to really piss me off? You want to see me angry like you've never seen before? Send me some crazy text message. I promise you, I will show my entire ass. And Garcelle should have cursed her out for that, because how dare you? And then for you to try to call me out in a group chat? Oh, we're really going to have an issue. And then the fact that she spelled Garcelle's name wrong, she probably did that on purpose. Diana is a racist loser because she knows good and damn well that Garcelle has been nothing but nice to her since she's joined this group. And Diana, I find it comical that you want to clap back and pop off on Instagram, because I saw your latest post, your caption was saying, all the haters trying to take me down, you will never bring me down, I welcome all your hate and all your jealousy. Sweetheart, let's be very clear, nobody is hating or jealous of you. And all you have is money. You have no personality, no real sense of style. You're a poor conversationalist, and you're a weirdo. So again, nobody is hating on you, my dear. And Rinna, your slip is showing, because when you said, oh, I just love Diana, she's just as petty and shady as I am. I said, oh, okay. So it's evident that you're in Diana's ear telling her to go after Garcelle and Sutton. And you love to talk about how petty and how shady you are, but the minute that the fans eat you up in the comments, then you want to backtrack and cry. Now this next scene with Erika Jayne, we can skip right on past it because I don't care. I don't care that she has a new product that she's selling. I think it was hair extensions or weave. I'm not interested.
No.
The fact that she's coming out with a new business venture, knowing that all these victims have lost all their money dealing with her husband, it's a slap in the face to everybody. Also, I'm confused as to how Erika even has the money to pay a staff. She still has her creative director on board, her makeup artist, her hairstylist. She was paying for the studio time and the photographer. I said, now, if you can't pay your taxes, how do you have the money to still pay for photo shoots and a glam team? And one more thing. I know we make fun of Dorit's fake accent, but what's up with Erika and her voices? She changes her voice up every episode. She wasn't talking this way when she first joined the show, but this, low, raspy, talking like she's a mob boss or something. I'm like, girl, if you don't stop and talk in your regular voice, I'm just so sick of her, y'all. I'm praying that she's off this show too. So now we jump to the next scene between Sutton and Dorit. They're over at Dorit's house, And of course, they start discussing the whole Mexico trip. So Dorit goes on to ask Sutton how she feels about her and Crystal's friendship. And Sutton says, look, we had it out, but we're fine now. Now, Sutton, here's where I get annoyed with you, because there's just no way that I could go back to being friends with somebody who threw out a terrible accusation about me and had no receipts on top of that. I don't understand how you're so cool with Crystal after all that. She really tried to damage your reputation. You could have been canceled. Had everybody not questioned Crystal and they had just gone and taken her word for it, it could have been over for you. I don't understand how you're so forgiving over this whole matter, because it couldn't be me. So now Dorit brings up Diana and where she stands with her. So Sutton brings up the whole thing with the plane and the seats, how she said that she wanted to sit with the cool girls and basically got rejected. Now, what do I always say about these shows? These women always view a certain handful of the ladies as the cool girls that they desperately want acceptance from. I was annoyed that Sutton even asked Diana where she could sit on the plane. I'm not asking. Why are there assigned seats in the first place? I don't care if I sat in an aisle seat in the back when we got there. If I want to sit in a different seat going home, then I'm going to do that. Why do I need to ask you? And also, you know how these women feel about you, Sutton, so why would you even go over there to sit with them in the first place? So Sutton's going on and on and on about how Diana was low-key punishing her since she yelled at her at dinner a few nights ago. And then she says, I thought we were good because I apologized to her and she said that she was fine. Sutton, next time, don't even ask to sit next to or near the cool girls. Sit next to your friend Garcelle and have a good time. Personally, I don't want to sit next to people who don't like me. What fun is that? I'm not going anywhere where I'm just tolerated. Like, I know that sounds so cliche to say, but you really do have to go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. It's just silly to me. I'm never going to purposely set myself up for failure. If I know that these folks don't care for me too much, I'm not going to be breaking my neck to try to be friends with them or sit with them. And then Sutton brings up Diana's nasty text message to Garcelle in the group chat, and she was like, when you text that to my friend, like, we don't play that. Like, no. I said, I know that's right. I said, you better have Garcelle's back, Sutton. That's what we want to see. But the scene ends with Sutton saying that next time she'll get her own plane. And Dorit was like, oop, like, okay then, like, I know that's right. Dorit knows that she and PK don't have plane money, so she'll be happy to be on anybody's private jet. So now we hop to the next scene, and all the ladies are getting ready for Garcelle's birthday party. I love the scene with Garcelle when she got home, and all her boys greeted her, her nephew's there, and she was just so touched to see her older son Oliver there, and he had surprised her earlier on the reel with a really pretty bouquet of flowers. So now she goes upstairs to try on her dress, and then we flip to Sutton getting ready, and while she's getting ready, she FaceTimes Kyle. So they're talking about the party. Kyle brings up that Denise Richards is coming. Sutton's excited about that. And then, of course, because Kyle can't help herself, she has to bring up Diana. So Sutton says, well, I actually reached out to Diana, and she said that she's coming. So Kyle's like, wait, what? Are you serious? But she said that she was on bed rest. So Sutton says, no, girl, she's coming. We're going to see her tonight. And Kyle, of course, can't wait because she loves some drama to go down. Now, while they were FaceTiming with each other, I kept thinking to myself, Sutton is a better person than me because there is no way that me and Kyle could ever be cool. The amount of times that Kyle has thrown Sutton under the bus, it just couldn't be me. And I caught that little scene with Erika while she was getting glammed up. And when she said, oh, I wonder if Jamie Foxx is going to be there since him and Garcelle are still good friends to this day. And then when her makeup artist said, yeah, he's cute and he's single again. And she said, yeah, I know. I said, I said, Erika wants another benefactor. And she said she knows Jamie Foxx's type, so she'll be right there. I said, Katie Holmes is out of the picture. Why not go after him? So now we flip to the SLS Beverly Hills. And when I tell you, I was happy to see that Garcelle spared no expense for her party. Absolutely stunning. And I love the SLS in Beverly Hills too. Gorgeous. But anyhow, it's Garcelle's 55th birthday. We see her arriving with her sons, her nephew, her co-workers on The Real. I mean, Lonnie Love was there, Adrienne Bailon, Sherry Shepherd was there, Ollie Landry. Like, she has some celebs in the building, but as she should, because she's been in the game for, 30 years? So, the drinks are flowing, everybody starts arriving. Crystal and her husband show up. Erika arrives, and I have to say, it is clear that money is funny because I was not feeling Erika's look. I mean, Erika really used to bring it when she had money, but now the funds are kind of on their last leg because I was not here for that dress. Now we see Sutton arrive. She has her assistant as her date, and it was really funny because the interaction between her and Erika at the bar was just very interesting because Erika says, "Oh, Sutton, I was actually going to call you earlier on today to ask you what I should give Garcelle as a gift." And Sutton said, Erika was going to call me? What? Did I hear that right? Like, the day Erika calls me on the phone is the day I know that I need to pack my bags and go see the good Lord because it's a cold day in hell before she ever calls me up. Once again, I'm tired of them playing this dance of if they want to be frenemies or real friends. It's evident that they both want to be friends with each other, so they might as well just go ahead and do it. Sutton, like I've told you in these last 50-11 recaps, Erika could not say one word to me, ever. The minute that she disrespected me at Kathy Hilton's house last season, that would have been the last time she ever spoke to me ever again. But listen, it's your life, you're the one on the show, so do what you want to do. But for me, in my house, Erika could not say one word to me. And you guys know me because I was checking to see who brought a gift. I know that Erika said that she sent over some flowers, but when Kyle and Dorit walked in, I saw Dorit with a gift from Hermes. I said, okay, good job. But I didn't see Kyle with the gift. I said, now, Kyle, you and Mauricio are allegedly worth $100 million. I know good and well you didn't come empty-handed, unless you and Dorit split the cost of a gift and you're bringing a joint gift. But you guys are too old for a joint gift. You guys can each buy a gift individually. Y'all have more than enough money. You guys know how I feel about cheap people, especially people who have money and they love to spend lavishly on themselves. When it comes to other people, now they have alligator arms. I can't stand that. And I caught that little shade from Kyle and Dorit when they went over to Garcelle's cake, because mind you, Garcelle's cake was a Birkin bag. Very pretty cake, but when I think it was Dorit who said, oh my gosh, it's her first Birkin. I was like, Dorit, all that wasn't needed. Personally, I was really shocked when Garcelle said in her confessional that she can't bring herself to spend the money on a Birkin. I was like, really? I'm very surprised to hear that. Listen, if I have the money, I'm going to spend it. I live by the motto, tomorrow is not promised. So buy it today. But I said, yeah, I don't have that problem. The minute I have the opportunity, Lord willing, in this lifetime, I will be purchasing a Birkin bag. Trust and believe. So while the party's going on, we see Diana and her fiance finally arrive. It was clear that Diana was trying to have all the attention on her by making a grand entrance and coming in late. And that's very rude and very tacky. But Diana comes in and she has her driver behind her with this huge bouquet of flowers. In the middle of her flowers, it's her infamous book, Room 23. So she's showing Garcelle and she says, you know, my book is limited edition. You can't even find it anywhere. And I wanted to give it to you, and it's signed. Now, Diana, here's where I have to get on you. For you to be this wealthy woman who is very pretentious, I might add, always discussing your money, what you have, what you're buying. I was shocked that a woman who was sitting on $300 million would show up with just a book and some flowers. I knew I was going to see you show up with some Cartier, Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. I mean, you couldn't have stopped by Neiman Marcus and gotten her a gift card for a couple $1,000s. That's the best you could do. Even Garcelle was like, I mean, really? I would have preferred a bag or something, but okay, I guess. For someone who loves to show off their money, I thought you could do a bit better with the gift, sis. I'm sure had that been Lisa Rinna, you probably would have given her a really nice gift. I said, you came into the party with a $295,000 purse, but that's the best gift you could buy Garcelle? Got it. Sutton's shady remarks in her confessional had me screaming throughout this entire episode because when she was like, I mean, Diana really is here. I can't believe it. Like, wow, she's off of bed rest. Like, that's incredible. Maybe Jesus did come down because, you know, Jesus still heals. And I mean, I was in tears. I said, Sutton is too much. Kathy Hilton, although you haven't made an appearance yet, I have yet another bone to pick with you because for you to love Garcelle to pieces, why weren't you at her birthday party? I thought that was a weak excuse for you to say that you're in Pasadena. And I got the impression that Kyle was low-key trying to be shady when she said, oh, I mean, our mom used to always say Pasadena, and that means like, you know, I'm gonna pass. So it sounded like she was saying that Kathy just didn't want to come. And we know that Kyle gets very jealous anytime someone is closer to her sisters than she is. Now we see Sheree Zampino arrive, and when I tell you, Sheree fit right on in with the group. When she sat down, she started talking. She was bringing up COVID, how she had a spiritual awakening, and she said that she made peace with her vagina, and they were all laughing about that. I was here for it. I said again, bravo. Season 13, Sheree Zampino needs to be full-time. Garcelle blows out the candles of her Birkin cake, and now it's time for everybody to dance. Of course, Kyle cannot help herself. She is going to hit a split any chance she gets. And Kyle tries to act like, oh my gosh, you know, I had no idea I was going to do the splits, but I can't help myself. It's like, Kyle, you want attention. Just admit it. It's okay. Just live in your truth. You just want to let us know that you can still hit a split at 55. And I'm not mad at you. But just be honest, because you love all the attention it brings. She wanted everybody to see what she can do. Okay? She was letting everybody know, like, okay, don't try it. That's how I still have my man. But I was getting my life during this entire scene. Everybody's having a good time. They broke out into a Soul Train line. And I said, of course, Diana has to be a buzzkill. And she and her fiance are over at the bar just watching everybody. It's like, you can't even dance. But I'm not surprised because, again, she has a very stale personality. Now, a quick side note. Can we also discuss how Erika was high-key crushing on Garcelle's oldest son, Oliver? Every time he was around her, she was giving him the eye. I was like, Erika, please stop. You already know that Garcelle's not even going to let that happen. And Garcelle was on Watch What Happens Live right after the episode aired. And when Andy asked her about that, Garcelle said, over my dead body, like that's not happening. So as the party's still going on, everybody's dancing. Some people are at the bar. Some people are sitting down relaxing. And now we see Sutton walk over to Diana and she says, can we talk, just me and you? So they go off to the side and they start a very heated conversation. Now, Sutton, you know I love you, but I'm like, this couldn't wait. You're at your good friend's birthday party. Enjoy the night. I can assure you, you don't ever have to worry about me having any tough conversation with you at a celebratory event. I am there to have a good time. We could talk about the drama tomorrow, but tonight, let's just focus on having a good night. I wouldn't be pulling Diana to the side to talk about anything. So Sutton starts off the conversation and she says, you know, I just want to check on you because you said that you were on bed rest, but now you're here and it's very confusing. So already Diana's annoyed, and she says that Sutton thinks very highly of herself. I said, that's rich coming from you, Diana, because you think very highly of yourself. And you're also very pretentious. So now Diana starts going off. She says that she doesn't take kindly to yelling and how she would have headbutted Sutton when they were in Mexico. So now Diana starts calling Sutton fake, and then she brings up their conversation that she had with Garcelle and Sutton on the boat and goes on to say how Sutton doesn't listen and how she's just over Sutton. Then she keeps reiterating that Sutton is the fakest person that she's ever met. So now Sutton is really pissed, and she says, when we were talking on the boat, when your brother passed away, that resonated with me. I was trying to relate to you. Like, I have empathy for you. So now Diana says, no, you don't. You don't have any empathy. So while Diana and Sutton are going back and forth, of course, Kyle has to walk over, and Sutton was irritated. She was like, Kyle, like, go away. I'm trying to have a one-on-one conversation. Like, please go over there. Because every time Kyle gets involved in a conversation, things always go to hell. Always. Because Kyle loves the drama. She loves to stir the pot and instigate. And I can't stand it. I would have told Kyle, I'm not doing this with you tonight. You better walk your behind back to that dance floor and leave us alone. I cannot stand how Kyle is always trying to interject and insert herself in a conversation that is not about her. So now Garcelle's team informs her of what's going on, and now Garcelle walks over. So now Garcelle comes over and says, guys, what's going on? And now Diana says, well, I was calling Sutton fake. So she's talking like she's some mob boss, and she says to Garcelle, I know you think I'm rude, so take your best shot at me. Now, if I were Garcelle, I would have checked Diana right then and there. I would have let her know, sis, I'm not the one or the two. Also, why do you have an issue with me when I've been very welcoming to you? And not too much, sis, because you came in here bringing me that little raggedy gift of your sorry book that nobody wants. Now, Diana turns to Sutton and says, Sutton, I have you saved in my phone as a bacon-eating vegetarian. And Garcelle steps in and says, what does that have to do with anything? You keep bringing that up. And then, of course, Kyle can't help herself. She has to jump in the conversation, and she says, well, what Diana's trying to say is that don't say that you're something that you're not. I was thinking, Kyle, shut up. Nobody was asking you. And two, if Sutton wants to eat bacon every now and again, then let her do that. Why do you care so much? It's so annoying because it's like, Kyle claims to be this great friend to everybody, but you never know whose side she's truly on. If Sutton is your friend, then why are you sitting up here trying to call her out saying, well, girl, you know, don't say that you're something that you're not over some bacon. Like, what are you talking about? So now Diana keeps calling Sutton a fake. So now Garcelle's like, can you stop saying that about her? She's not fake. Like, you know, leave her alone, Diana. You're being mean. So now Diana gets real nasty and says, Garcelle, are you Sutton's mouthpiece? Are you her bodyguard? And it's like, that's what a friend does. A friend is supposed to have your back when somebody's trying to get on you for no reason. I'm sorry that you don't understand true friendship, Diana, because you only have hangers-ons and flunkies around you, so you wouldn't know anything about friendship. And your fiance was giving very much assistant vibes. I personally feel like he's only with you for the money, because I know that those off-Broadway plays he was doing weren't pulling in any money. He definitely hit the jackpot with you. Garcelle says, you know what, that's my time. I'm not doing this with you today, sis. It's my birthday, it's my party. I'm gonna go back in there and enjoy it. I'm not gonna sit up here and go back and forth with you.
Oh! Shout out to everybody. I had fun.
I gotta be good.
Now, Garcelle, I would have turned around and kicked Diana and her fiance out of my party. If you think for 1 second that you're going to talk to me crazy and it's my birthday and you're at my birthday party, which I spent tens of thousands of dollars on, you must be on heavy drugs or completely out of your mind. Now, Sutton is really pissed, and she says to Diana that she's an asshole. I said, go ahead, Sutton. I'm here for it. That's exactly what she is. Now, we see Garcelle go back in. She's talking to Dorit and Erika, and she brings up how sad she is that Denise Richards didn't come to her party after she said she would show up. So Garcelle says that she's done with Denise, she's tired. And then Erika says, good. She's let you down 3 times already, so, be done with her. I said, Erika, shut up, and that wasn't cool of you to rub it in Garcelle's face like that. Now, Denise, you know that I ride for you every single time, but I have to get you all the way together because the fact that you would sit up here and not show up to Garcelle's birthday party is unacceptable. I hope Garcelle cursed you out for that. I was like, really? Garcelle has had your back because the whole cast turned on you that season that you quit. And Garcelle was the only one who stuck up for you. And the fact that you would sit up here and be a no-show to her birthday party is not right. And if I were Garcelle, I would block your number. So we end this episode with Diana and Sutton still going at it. And Sutton says that Diana is a soulless person, and she is. And when Kyle was saying, oh my gosh, Sutton, apologize right now. Don't say that. You can't say that about somebody. I said, yes, she can. Kyle, where was this energy when Erika called Sutton to see you next Tuesday at your sister's house? You weren't saying, oh my gosh, you can't say that. But now you draw the line when Sutton calls Diana soulless. Like, girl, shut up. And me personally, I have no problem calling anybody evil, vile, soulless, heartless. I'll call you all that. I had no issue with Sutton saying that because Diana is soulless. And then Diana thinking that she's in a movie talking about, you want a new villain? Well, here I am. I was like, okay, girl. Again, I'm curious to see if you have this energy when you're at the reunion. Because the way most of us viewers cannot stand you, we want you off this show. Something tells me it's going to be a whole lot of tears, a whole lot of crying. But she wants to act all tough now. And it's like, Diana, you're not even a villain. You're just a loser. We already have 2 villains on this cast, Erika and Rinna. And they actually are pretty decent at their jobs of being that. You, on the other hand, is like a joke. Like you're literally studying how to be a villain. And it's not landing. You're unlikable, insufferable, pretentious, and boring. And it was also very comical of you to say that Sutton is boring. And it's like, okay, but yet everybody's coming after Sutton to have a storyline. So how boring is Sutton? I'll wait. Again, y'all, this season is about to wear me out until the very end. But Beverly Hills, another fantastic episode. I'm so happy that Sheree Zampino is finally on our screens. Thank you, Jesus, won't he do it? And we are in for a treat. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching my recap. I hope you all enjoy. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all later. Bye.